Hi everyone, Tea Drinker here, and today I am reacting to Cowboy Bebop Episode 2. The reaction will be a quick highlight reel, and the review will be a scene-by-scene analysis. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Love that theme tune. So is this going to be a totally new story now, in comparison to the first episode? Oh, we're in a bathroom again. Abdul. Does look like doctors chasing him. Oh, well, they're probably scientists if he's holding a briefcase. Did it say on the wall, Father Fucker? So is it like a Chinese Stargate we're going through now? That's Mars. Ooh, loved a bit of CGI there. Big shot for the bounty hunters. Oh, okay, so that's Abdul Hakim. A pet thief. Gambate. Love the big puffed cheek and classic anime design. Interesting what the plastic surgery does. Lovely. Oh. He either has very strong legs or that was a very weak door. Oh, the animal. Sure, he takes animals, doesn't he? Is it gonna be a dog? I have a vague memory of there being a dog in this show when I watched this episode for the first time 12 years ago. I only saw the first 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop like 12 years ago. Ooh, reminds me of Ghost in the Shell. Aw, puppers. Oh, I just noticed right now the turtle on her head. I love that briefcase design. Oh, oh, it's a little corgi. Such a high amount of effort for just one dog. Yeah, like literally, it's so cheap. Like seriously, he gets plastic surgery just so he can be a dog napper? The sound effect. Aww. Aww. He's adorable. That was great visual comedy. Like he's never heard of a dog whistle before. Oh, of course, the whistle going off. Oh, there we go. Sorry, bro. Are they gonna like open the door to take all the dogs in? How does he get away with this level of casual violence? Oh, God, for a second I thought he was gonna shoot them. Oh, I love that night sky with the red. Where are the police during all of this? Doggo! Oh, that sunset. Are they gonna report on what just happened? Well, I guess the dog is very precious. Oh, I bet she's raging. I bet she's kicking herself.
塩振って食っちまうぞ。それではまた See you next time.
Okay, so that episode was great. We had like a very literal save the cat moment for the protagonist of Spike, or save the dog in this case. The show so far seems to be a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something with like a lot more depth, a lot more kind of personal conflict. Maybe that will come later into the series. If it doesn't, it's fine. I mean, it's great for what is actually just on the page, what's on the screen, the type of genre and tone it is. It feels the story is very, very grounded in the external conflict, and it's very by the books in a good way. It's by the books kind of action crime story. Each episode seems to be the case where they're solving their own little case as time goes on. From the little I know about Cowboy Bebop, I can't remember if I've seen that dog in like posters or something like that. So I do hope they keep the dog. It's an adorable little corgi. But be that as it may, that's my reaction to Cowboy Bebop episode 2, and here is the review. So it's been a couple of weeks since I watched the first 5 episodes for the very first time, and from doing the rewatch now of the episodes, I've decided that I'm just going to speak about each one for a few minutes after, rather than do a scene-by-scene analysis. I don't think this is necessarily the show that would require a scene-by-scene breakdown or necessarily benefit from it, but that is certainly not to say that there isn't a lot to say about each episode. I mean, in episode 1 I was talking about how much I admired the show for being able to blend a lot of genres together seamlessly, and now from watching this episode it's very much confirmation of that attribute. It's like watching this, I'm thinking to myself, so it's a space western adventure show. There is a lot of elements of action to it, but I think that this is more aligned with what one would probably classify as being part of the adventure genre rather than the action genre. The stakes don't seem to be as high action-wise. It's really not like about a fight to the death each episode or anything like that. And the way in which the action itself is characterized, it is quite light. It's very over the top. It's very exaggerated and just kind of fun, for lack of a better term. That's the way the adventure is portrayed. Especially in an episode like this, in which the storyline is very much a kind of a catch the pigeon kind of storyline, but with Hakim and with the corgi itself, which is just so cute. I love the animation with the corgi. It was great the way they were able to blend in those two storylines, one of chasing Hakim, the dog napper, and then of course the other one of the scientists who created created the corgi Ein to be like it's like a container, a vessel for data, making it a super dog essentially. But nonetheless, the way that they were able to use both of those storylines and again just kind of attach one to the other, you're chasing Hakim and then the data experiment guys are chasing him, and then everyone is kind of everyone is chasing their own goal, because you have Jeth thrown into the mix and of course the corgi itself. How all 4 of those elements just seem to like weave in and out the whole way through the episode was just really, really strong. I especially like the fact that the actual chase itself ends as a result of Jet himself like moving off course in order to save the dog from mortal peril, and it is that action that unto itself led to our 2 opponents of the story then meeting their demise and landing in the police station, which of course means Jet, in a very literal sense, he gave up the money as a means for saving the corgi, even though that's not exactly where his mind was at necessarily on a conscious level in the moment. That is what happened from a storytelling point of view. So it's just really, really great to get just such an on-the-nose character arc for Jet there, even if it's not necessarily to do with like his internal characteristics, but certainly from an external plot point of view. You get that arc of Jet. He didn't get what he wanted, but he got what he needed. That kind of thing. And again, to do with world building, I love the fact that, you know, we see the kind of the kooky dog owner who has the turtle on her head and trying to haggle for money. You see at the very end that 2 of the people who tried to attack Hakim, how they end up having to like sweep the floor and clean up her shop after everything that happened when the dog experiment guys blow the dog whistle, how it sets off her world as a result of that. And the last thing I want to talk about is just having the television show that bookended this episode. Again, it's a great callback. I don't know how many of you may have seen the film Jackie Brown by Quentin Tarantino. I mentioned Tarantino in the last episode reaction because there's a lot of blending of genres there, but it very much reminds me of the fake TV show they have in that movie where it's a gun review show. Like, again, very wacky, over the top, very much pastiche of a particular genre. So I love how, in the way that Cowboy Bebop in the previous episode was definitely implied to be a space western, well, here we have like an actual western style show that's being directly referenced in this episode. So like they couldn't be any more explicit if they tried. But again, it adds a bit more humor. It adds a bit more, of course, characterization and world building as to what this type of environment is. That bounty hunting is so popular and so well known that they actually have televised reports on, here's the person you can catch this week, that kind of thing. And again, just like I said before, having it book end the episode, having it as at the very front and then at the very back, in which they literally have the final line of the episode, where they say good luck, and then See You Space Cowboy comes up on the title at the very end. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the episode. Like, with regards to really dissecting the plot and dissecting the characters, this doesn't seem to be the show for that. I think that there will be elements of that as the episodes go on. I've seen the first 5 episodes and shot those reactions just in and of themselves without the review yet. So I am aware that there is going to be a little bit more of that, which is a mild spoiler. But if you're watching this, you have presumably already seen Cowboy Bebop because it's an older show. But don't worry, I haven't given anything major away if you're watching along with me. That is just to say that there is definitely going to be a further emphasis on character as time goes on. But it seems with this being, again, what I would classify as an adventure show, it's a type of stuff that's going to come. It's going to come organically, and I don't think they're going to just have a major genre shift halfway through the series or anything like that. It doesn't seem like that's going to occur. So suffice it to say that I think just doing these short little talks after rewatching the episode is all this type of show is going to need. I don't think it's going to need the scene by scene breakdown. It's not going to be as unbelievably, philosophically complex as something like Vinland Saga or something like that. But hey, I could be wrong. If it comes to pass where the show does require that kind of breakdown, I'll be happy to do it. And I will be doing the movie once I've finished the series itself. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.